Hi friends, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. Friends, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now let's jump into today's news. News headline: Biden budget plan details his vision. Tax breaks for families and lower deficit. News details: President Joe Biden is set to unveil a budget plan on Monday, aiming to capture voters' attention with promises of tax breaks for families, reduced healthcare costs, smaller deficits, and higher taxes on the wealthy and corporations. This proposal for fiscal year 2025, although unlikely to pass through both the House and Senate to become law, serves as an election year roadmap, painting a picture of what the future could hold if Biden and his fellow Democrats secure victories in November. Previews of the budget were teased by the president and his aides leading up to last week's State of the Union address, with the finer details set to be revealed on Monday. Under the Biden budget, deficits could potentially be slashed by $3 trillion over a decade. Families may see an increase in the child tax credit, while homebuyers could benefit from a tax credit amounting to $9,600. Corporate taxes would see an upward adjustment, with billionaires facing a minimum tax rate of 25%. Biden is also pushing for Medicare to gain the authority to negotiate prices for 500 prescription drugs, a move that could result in savings of $200 billion over the next decade. The president is scheduled to visit Manchester, New Hampshire on Monday, where he will urge Congress to extend his proposed $2,000 cap on drug costs and $35 insulin to all individuals, not just those covered by Medicare. Additionally, he will seek to make certain protections within the Affordable Care Act permanent, as they are due to expire next year. This initiative presents Biden with an opportunity to shape the narrative of the upcoming race on his own terms, while his likely opponent, Donald Trump, aims to rally voters around his own agenda. At Thursday's State of the Union address, President Biden emphasized the importance of a fair tax code, stating it as crucial for investing in key aspects that make our country great, such as healthcare, education, and defense. He criticized his predecessor's 2017 tax cut of $2 trillion, highlighting that it predominantly benefited the wealthiest 1% of earners. On the other hand, former President Trump has expressed his desire to increase tariffs and prioritize oil production. He has called for a second phase of tax cuts, as parts of his 2017 tax overhaul are set to expire after 2025. Additionally, Trump aims to reduce government regulations and has pledged to address the national debt, although specifics on spending cuts remain unclear. In response to his victories in the recent Super Tuesday nomination contests, Trump stated, "We're going to do things that nobody thought was possible." During an interview on CNBC, he advocated for action on popular U.S. entitlement programs, including potential cuts, and signaled a lack of inclination towards regulating cryptocurrencies. When questioned about concerns regarding increased political polarization affecting the nation's financial stability, Trump expressed his worry about Fitch's 2023 downgrade, but dismissed any connection between the credit rating downgrade and the January 6th riot at the Capitol. These remarks mark Trump's first extended comments on his economic plans since becoming the party's likely nominee following last week's Super Tuesday primary elections, setting the stage for a rematch with President Joe Biden in November. However, his tariff proposals have sparked discussions about inflation, with U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warning that they could lead to increased costs for American consumers. "I believe taxes could be reduced, and there are other avenues we can explore to make adjustments. However, I am a strong advocate for tariffs," Trump expressed to CNBC, asserting their role in supporting American industries when they face unfair treatment from countries like China and others. Beyond the economic benefits, tariffs provide leverage in negotiations with other nations, he added, showing no concern about potential retaliatory tariffs if he were to return to the White House. When questioned about Medicare, Social Security, and the nation's spending and deficits, Trump stated, "There is much that can be done regarding entitlements, including cuts and addressing mismanagement." House Republicans recently passed their own budget resolution for the upcoming fiscal year out of committee. They claim it would reduce deficits by $14 trillion over the next decade. However, their plan relies on optimistic economic projections and significant spending cuts, including slashing $8.7 trillion from Medicare Medicare and Medicaid expenditures. President Biden has vowed to oppose any cuts to Medicare. The House's budget blueprint mirrors the values of hardworking Americans who understand the importance of fiscal responsibility, especially in challenging economic times. Our federal government must prioritize spending within its means, stated House Speaker Mike Johnson, a Republican from Louisiana. Meanwhile, Congress continues to work on the budget for the current fiscal year. Over the weekend, President Biden signed a $460 billion package into law to prevent a shutdown of several federal agencies. However, lawmakers are only halfway through addressing spending for this fiscal year. Friends, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube